Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while. I am coming at you with a part one of my 2020 Hallmark ornament haul. So I decided I wanted to just take some time to document which ornaments I got this year. I am an avid Hallmark ornament collector. I have been doing it as far back as probably like 6th grade. So since I was 12 and I'm 30. So I certainly didn't ramp up my collecting until probably college, but I have always had a special place in my heart for Hallmark ornaments. A little bit of background on this. The first real ornament that I really truly remember being really drawn to and having to have was a bit of a crazy story. So it is definitely this golden snitch ornament that came out, gosh, I don't even know. I'll try to look up when it came out and plop it over here. And I'll also show you a close-up of this ornament. But it is this golden snitch from Harry Potter, and it is one of the most detailed and glorious ornaments. It was also limited edition, and when it came out, it was $12.50, which back then, of course, was pretty expensive for an ornament that doesn't do anything. It just hangs there. And it sold out before I could get my hands on it. So I ended up having to buy it on eBay for $50, which again was quite a lot of money back then. In the earlier 2000s, I guess, whenever it came out. And ever since that day, I've always told myself, I'm not waiting till things go on sale with Hallmark ornaments. I'm not going to take any chances on getting the ones that I want. So I made friends with the manager of a local Hallmark, good grief, I can't speak. Specifically the one in Raleigh, North Carolina at Crabtree Valley Mall. Shout out. She has been amazing, and I always give her my wish list, and she pulls them before they go out, and so I'm able to get my hands on them beforehand and just pay for them over the phone. It's easy. And then I go pick them up whenever I'm in town. This particular ornament also has an engraving that says, I open at the close. You can't really see it, but I did get a close-up shot that I'll show you in the video. I leave it out year-round on one of my shelves, just hanging. It is probably my favorite and most sentimental Hallmark ornament because it was kind of just the beginning of all of my collecting. So it is just they're very fragile though. Like these wings, it's actually fell off and broken one time and I had to repair her, but she's okay. Just the wing popped off, hot glue, we're all good. But this is definitely the beginning of my Hallmark collection. So ever since then, every year I pick out what I want, I have them pull it and pay for them, and then we're done. So I definitely don't miss out on the ones that I like. But anyway, okay, so for the 2020 Hallmark ornaments, there are definitely, so this is part one. They come out in July and then October, and then there's a few more maybe in November or December, but I think the only waves that I have were the July wave and the October wave. So I haven't picked up the October wave yet, but I do have my July wave. So we'll just start kind of at the beginning. The first one that I'm going to show you is this Wally one, which he is just so precious. He's obviously got his little solar beams open, solar panels so that he can get some sun and recharge. And he's just so detailed. You can see on the back where he has that little thing that can hold, I think, his lunchbox or whatever. And just his facial expression. Wally is just one of the most precious Disney Pixar characters that there ever was. So anytime that they have a little Wally ornament, I always try to pick them up. So of course had to have him this year. All right, next up on this tour is, okay, so that recently, well, I guess within the past maybe 5 or 6 years, I could be wrong though, and maybe totally making that up. But for me collecting them wise, they came out with a line of Disney Precious Moments ornaments. So there's usually a few of them in every year's drop. But this year I picked up the Moana one. And so they're always on an actual ribbon that you can hang, and you don't just hang them with the actual tree hanger. But this is Moana, and she's holding Pua. She's got her necklace, and her dress is so detailed. And then on the side, there's a little engraving that I believe is the precious, or no, I don't know it might be the actual artist. But that is actually engraved on her, and she is just gorgeous. I love her. Now these are definitely, so the prices of Hallmark ornaments has risen over the years. I believe, let me see if I can find how much. So this is the box that they come in, and every year they have the date on the top, and I do keep them and store them in the boxes. So she was actually $29.99 USD. But it does have like the Moana and the Precious Moments engraving on the back. The Wally ornament was, let me see if I can tell you. He was $17.99 USD. So I'll try to keep you updated on what the prices were. All right, so next up, recently they have started coming out with Harry Potter building, like different buildings in the world, and I also leave those out on a shelf year round in my guest bedroom. I just have them on one of the ornament hangers, and they hang up. So this year's drop was a Hagrid's hut, which is very well detailed. The windows, you can actually, they're kind of clear. So what's neat is you can stick one of your light bulbs from your tree in the bottom, and it makes this whole building light up. It's really cool. So the windows are kind of see-through so that the light, when you actually plug it into the tree, lights up. Like I said, these are pretty large ornaments, especially like the Gringotts one is huge. And I don't really have, right now I don't have the space for a big giant tree, so I just leave them up year round. There's pumpkin details on here. It would have been cool if they had added a buckbeak, not gonna lie. I feel like that would have been a really cool detail, but because like the Gringotts one has the dragon on it. So I feel like they missed out on an opportunity there to add buckbeak. So anyway, but that particular ornament comes in a massive box. Look, it's like the size of my head. And it was $24.99, which for the size is really not too bad considering a lot of the other prices of these ornaments lately. All right, keeping on the Harry Potter theme, I did pick up Albus Dumbledore. So he is a particularly different type of ornament. So it's a set. There's the Hogwarts castle, which I have. It's also in my bedroom. And then Harry, Ron, and Hermione are figurines just like Dumbledore. And I'll throw in a clip of them right here. So what they do is there's a plug on the back, and you get this so it's all a scheme and a gimmick to get you to buy more. But it comes with a magic cord, and there's also a Star Wars set of these that are really cool. And they can interact with each other. They have certain lines that they all feed off of and listen to each other. It's pretty cool. I'll try to link a video of it down below from a different channel maybe that shows exactly how they all work, because it's pretty cool. So he doesn't take batteries or anything. He actually has to be plugged in. So I can't really I don't have the cords. I don't really know where they are at this point. But eventually my goal is to have them all interact so that I can see what they do. But the castle lights up and is really cool. And then I have Ron, Hermione, and Harry, and they can all interact with each other and have certain sayings. So Dumbledore does the same thing. There was a drop for Hagrid in October, so I should have him as well coming. But yeah, his robe detail is really pretty. I also love that he actually has his glasses. I don't know if it'll focus, but the glasses are actually on his face. They're little wire glasses, which I think are really cool. He's got a kind of weird the way he's holding his hands. I guess he's trying to be talking or something, but I feel like he needs a book. It's kind of just a weird way of holding himself. But anyway, okay, so he was, let's see, $29.99, but he's definitely more expensive just because he has all of the stuff that goes along with him. Okay, next up we have the 10th anniversary ornament for Tangled, which is my very favorite princess movie from the later years. I absolutely adore Rapunzel. So I think I have most of the Rapunzel Hallmark ornaments. I don't think I got the one that was 2 years ago. I don't think there was one last year. But this one is really pretty. So she's painting in her bedroom, the floating lights, and you can see her little drawing of herself with her hair down there. And she's got her paintbrush, but I love this one. I think it's really cool. And then, so next up, this is a kind of a wild card for me. I grew up loving this TV show, and when I saw that they had an ornament this year, I was just blown away and had to have it. So this is the Animaniacs ornament. So it's Yakko, Wacko, and Dot all coming out of the Warner Brothers water tower. I think that's what that is. But this was like a TV show that I grew up watching and absolutely loved it. I heard that there's maybe a reboot of this on Hulu. I might be making that up, but I think somebody told me that. And I loved it so much that one time when I think it was 8, we found an abandoned possum that was a baby and I think its mother had probably been hit by a car or something. So we rescued it to take it to our local like zoo type place so that they could rehab it since it was, or like a wildlife rehabilitation place. But I named him Yakko because he yaks a lot, as in he talked a lot. But those are the years that I really loved the Animaniacs. So this ornament is really detailed. It's really cool because they're coming out of the water tower. I would say, bet it's pretty fragile though, which is why I store a lot of these in their boxes. He was, the Rapunzel one, sorry I didn't tell you, was $19.99 USD. And the Animaniacs one was $19.99 as well. So, okay, so my second favorite ornament from this wave was definitely this one, which I hear the jingle in my head from the movie, but it's the 101 Dalmatians Canine Crunchies, the little commercial with, I think maybe this was Lucky, but he was watching the commercial and they play that little jingle for the dog treats. I think this one is so cute. It just gives me such like childhood vibes. And the TV is super detailed. Like it's one of the old like, 80s, I guess 80s, maybe early 90s TVs, definitely with the antennas, and it has all the little knobs on it. And I think this one was so cute. It was one I saw that I definitely had to have. And it was $19.99 as well. Okay, so the last one and my favorite ornament, maybe of this like entire year from Hallmark, is the Haunted Mansion. I was stoked when I realized that they were going to come out with a Haunted Mansion themed ornament. They've not really delved too much besides like a castle into Disney World or Disneyland type ornaments. And I hope that this is like a new thing that they're going to start doing, but I adore this ornament. First of all, we have the chain here, and we have Ezra, Phineas, and Gus. So Gus has his chain. This is Ezra in the middle with the bowling hat, and then this is Phineas with his suitcase. And this one is actually a musical one. I will show you in a clip, like I filmed the whole thing so you can watch it, but you would press this button. And it lights up and it plays like the beginning of the ride. And it is just a great and so detailed ornament. I adore it. I'll probably leave it out year round with all my other Haunted Mansion stuff just because, this is what I do. That's just how I roll. So, okay. And it was $39.99. So it was definitely a jump from the rest of the ornaments. But it's because it plays music and it has all the special details.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers and
So that, my friends, is all from part 1. Part 2 might come out after Christmas. It's been a strange year. Usually I go to Raleigh a few times in the fall, so it's not a big deal. I live about 2.5-ish hours away, and normally I can easily go get there, go pick them up because of work. When I have to travel, but we're not traveling for work right now. Like, we're completely fully remote, so we're not having any of the events I used to have to go to. So unfortunately, I was able to meet one of my friends went and picked them up for me, and we were meeting like a month ago to get like dinner for her birthday, so she was able to give them to me. But I might just have to make a special, I've got to pick them up. I can have my friends pick them up, but I would love to get my hands on them so I can like see them. So yeah, part 2 will hopefully be before Christmas, because you know that's ideal, but we'll see. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll stay and subscribe. I do a lot more daily vlogging and book type vlogging, but I also love to show off my favorite collections. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.